High school science students across the United States have been walking into science classrooms just like this one for decades. Some are eager to dive into discussions of oxidation reduction reactions, ecosystems, and forces, while others are terrified of the complicated concepts and vocabulary they think they will have to learn. But one thing they all know for sure is that in a room similar to this one, they will carry out experiments using equipment just like the equipment you see in front of you now. Beakers and test tubes, flasks and petri dishes have been staples in high school biology and chemistry classrooms for years. 16 and 17-year-olds across the nation have stirred and boiled, mixed and analyzed solutions and specimens to uncover the mysteries of pH, solubility, and bacteria using these tools. As computers became more accessible to all and effective educational software was developed, high school teachers were able to introduce their science students to probeware and other computer-supported tools that made data collection and analysis during labs more precise and time-sensitive. With the advent of wearable technology, high school science students and their teachers have a whole new category of tools to improve the data collection during experiments and improve student understanding of scientific principles and concepts. Fitness trackers and smartwatches are two forms of wearable technology that may be of the greatest use in high school science classrooms right now. Fitness trackers are more limited in their function than smartwatches, but their ability to track a person's pulse and daily physical activity, as well as to serve as a timer or stopwatch, does have value in science classrooms as well as in health and PE classes. Smartwatches, with their mobile connection to the internet and built-in cameras, as well as their ability to run apps and other tools, present great application possibilities in science classrooms. Let's take a look at a demonstration of what both of these products can do. Activity trackers like the Fitbit were designed for health enthusiasts to help them achieve their fitness goals by keeping track of indicators such as heart rate, number of steps taken, and calories burned. The Fitbit is worn on the wrist to track those data points for the wearer throughout the day. The wearer can easily view his or her data on a small screen on the front of the Fitbit. By pressing a button on the side of the Fitbit, the wearer is able to scroll through his or her indicators anytime. Let's take a look. The first data point is the number of steps taken. Oops. As you can see, this wearer has some work to do to meet the suggested goal for adults of 10,000 steps per day. In high schools, this function of the Fitbit could be used to track activity level in PE classes, monitor daily habits in health classes, and approximate distance to solve real-world problems in math and science classes. Let's press our side button to see what other information the Fitbit can provide. As you can see, the next data point is heart rate. Since the Fitbit is designed to be worn continuously, it monitors heart rate throughout the day. The wearer can display his or her heart rate at any time, while resting, working, or working out. This function again could be used in high school PE classes to monitor heart rate during physical activity, in health classes to measure differences in heart rate depending on age, gender, weight, or other variables, and in math and science classes to create authentic data used for graphs and data tables. As we keep pressing the side button, we see that the Fitbit also provides information about miles walked or run, calories burned, and number of stairs climbed. These functions can be used for the same purposes as already described in PE, health, math, and science classes, giving students opportunity to use personal data to analyze, graph, and explain. Let's press the side button to discover the last function of this Fitbit, an alarm function. The alarm can be used in high school science classes to remind students to check the progress of experiments or move on to the next step of a multi-step experiment. So, as we've seen here, the Fitbit has several functions that would be useful in high school classrooms in science, PE, math, and health. Now that we're familiar with activity trackers, let's take a look at another wearable technology item, the Apple Watch, to see how it can be used as a tool in high school classrooms. In addition to all the fitness indicators found in the Fitbit, the Apple Watch allows wearers to set workout goals and track progress toward them. This function would be helpful to student athletes and students in PE classes. The biggest advantage Apple Watch has over Fitbit is its internet capability. It functions as a mini computer or tablet on the wearer's wrist. This feature would allow science students to compare their own data to the data of professional scientists and look up facts without having to interrupt an experiment or leave a group discussion. The camera function is a great tool for high school students, especially in science classes. Data can be captured visually so students can revisit it when writing both the analysis and conclusion sections of their lab reports. Biology students can record both biotic and abiotic factors of an ecosystem while doing field work. Biological field work would also be supported by Apple Watch's Maps tool. Students can draw images and send them electronically with the digital touch feature. This tool has obvious value to science students during labs, but could also be used as a note-taking tool in all classes or a sketch pad in art and engineering classes. Last, the walkie-talkie feature of the Apple Watch is no longer a thing of the future. It allows groups to communicate with each other when conducting field surveys in any class or field work in science classes. These added functions make Apple Watch a more versatile tool for a high school science classroom. Its significantly greater cost, however, may limit the ability of individual students and schools to depend on its use at this time.